Adding shuffle and repeat to your media player. It's a great fun and playing with the interesting features in the media players. Some such features are shuffle and repeat. I'm Bhavna from CodesRoom and I'll tell you how to implement the same. Let's go back to our application, and to add shuffle functionality, you need to know the current state of your media, whether your media is being played or your media is paused or stopped. For that, we have a function named media element.current state changed. This would tell me whether uh, the state of my media is changed from play to pause, or from pause to stop, or from pause to play, or from stop to play. In any of these conditions, this function would be triggered. Now I need to know the current index of my list box. I have this current index of my list box in new index. Now I need to check if my media element's current state is paused or not. To add shuffle, we cannot shuffle media when it's getting played. We can only shuffle the playlist when a media in the playlist is paused or stopped. So if the current state of the media element is paused and shuffle is on, I've written a condition that uh, I have the content of this shuffle button as shuffle on, and if it shows shuffle on, then my button is clicked once. If it shows shuffle off, then my button is clicked twice. In this condition, if the shuffle is on, what I do is I create or I generate a random number. The random number would be in the range of 0 to my number of items in my list box. So I'll generate a random number, and the next number is generated in new index. And if the new index is equals to my selected index, then it wouldn't do anything. It would keep on playing the next one. But if my new index is not equals to the media currently being played, what it does is it passes that index to my uh, playlist, and I'll take out the file at that index, and again I'll play that as I played in the selection changed event in my previous video. This was the shuffle. This shuffle would work with anything, and if the file that is being played, if the number generated is same as the file being played, it would not do anything, and it would just play the next one, and it would generate a next event, a next number. Similar thing we are going to do with repeat as well. If repeat is on, what we do is, if repeat is on, and I'll check that my item count, that my new index is equals to minus 1. or uh, the new index is equals to the last item in my playlist, then I'll change the new index to 0. Now after changing that, what I'll do is I'll pick that file from my playlist at that new index, and I'll set that file source in that media element and I'll play it. So in this case, my repeat would also work. If I'm on my last file of my playlist and the file state has been changed, my new index would become 0 and my playlist would start playing from 0 again. Let's go ahead and see if it works actually. I'll pick a playlist because we have already created it earlier. I'll pick a playlist. This is my first audio, this is my second audio, and this is the third one. I'll play the first one.
The first audio in the playlist, this would demonstrate
and if I'll
how my playlist is gonna work.
And if I'll
the second audio in the playlist,
do shuffle on, my shuffle is on.
Working with playlist, you'll notice the sequencing easily through this.
My shuffle was on, and I didn't do anything, and it went to
the playlist, and this is the last one. I can shuffle, repeat anything I like with this, and through this, you will finally see how the playlist is gonna work.
See, it went to the second audio.
As you are already aware, we are working with playlist. You'll notice the sequencing easily through this.
And it went to the first audio.
In the playlist, this would demonstrate how my playlist is gonna work. The first audio.
So this was how my shuffle worked. Now let's see whether repeat would work or not. I'll shuffle off this button and I'll do repeat all as on. And if I play it.
You in the playlist, this would demonstrate how my playlist is gonna work. The second audio in the playlist, as you are already aware, we are working with playlist. You'll notice the sequencing easily through this.
Let's open it again. I pick my playlist. Play it once and I'll do repeat as on.
This would demonstrate how my playlist is gonna work. The second audio in the playlist, as you are already aware, we are working with playlist. You'll notice the sequencing easily through this. The third audio in the playlist, and this is the last one. I can shuffle, repeat anything I like with this, and through this, you will finally see how the playlist is gonna work. The first audio in the playlist, this would demonstrate how my playlist is gonna work.
See, when I clicked on repeat on, it went to the third audio and then again it went to the first audio. So in this way, the repeat worked. Now, an amusing functionality is of full screen and back to normal screen. What I did was, I just created a media element over here, and the width was this size of half the size. But on click of this full screen button, I increase the size of this media element, and I hid all those things which were being displayed earlier. And on click on this back to window button, I again redid it as it was earlier. So this is a small feature to be added to your media player. With this, you have a full working media player app along with you. You don't need to install any third-party setups now. Make use of your own. If you haven't watched my previous videos, please go and watch them before proceeding and to have the full understanding of this app. Thank you for being there with me all this long. Subscribe to our channel and do watch our more videos.